Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday morning. Getting ready to go to church and doing a little breakfast this morning. So got some grits going on, and I had these sea scallops in the refrigerator that, sea scallops can stay in the refrigerator about 3 days. And so I wanted to make sure I cooked those before they went bad there. So I'm going to take you through a little tutorial here of sauteing some sea scallops. So what we have here is some nice big sea scallops. Got some kosher salt, Old Bay seasoning, minced garlic, pepper, and some cheddar cheese for our grits. So first thing I did was put our grits on. So I just got some regular Quaker grits from the store and some chicken broth and salt. So whatever my combination is, whatever your liquid calls for, do half in water and half in chicken broth. It really gives it a flavor. Do a half teaspoon of salt in there and just kind of let those simmer and cook down. Alright, so we got our grits going there. So going back to our scallops, some people would say, well, I've seen bay scallops and sea scallops in the store. What's the difference? So pretty much their title tells you what they are. Bay scallops come from the bay, sea scallops come from the sea. And the sea scallops are usually much bigger than your bay scallop. So also I've heard the question about, oh, should I get fresh? Should I get frozen? If you live somewhere where they are catching things out of the water in your backyard, yes, get it fresh. But if you're somewhere where there's not a water source where they're getting fresh seafood, then go ahead and get it frozen, because usually they catch it, flash fry it, or steam it, flash freeze it, and ship it out to the stores. So it's better off to get it frozen, because if you get it fresh in the grocery store, they've probably just taken frozen seafood, thawed it out, and put it in those, glass containers in the grocery store. So if you're not where a water source is, go ahead and get frozen. All right. So we will get started here on these sea scallops. The one thing that I want to show you about scallops that you buy in the store, they have this little bitty rib, they call it a muscle, on the scallop, and you just want to take that little piece off and discard it. It's not going to hurt you if you forget to, but it's just really a tough portion of the scallop, and it's part of kind of how they're sourced. So I just gave you an example of taking a few of those off, okay? And it peels right off, all right? So I'm gonna put my scallops in a bowl here. Okay. And to that bowl, our scallops are in here. We're going to add some Old Bay seasoning. And enough for you to see it covered. So I'm going to open up the bigger side.
No.
So that's probably a tablespoon. And then I got some kosher salt here, or you can use sea salt. Sprinkle some of that. And all you're going to do is just toss that to make sure that the scallops are totally covered. Alright, as you can see there, it got a nice little bright kind of reddish color on it with the seasoning. I'm adding a little more. So we probably put about, like I say, a tablespoon of the Old Bay, maybe slightly over a tablespoon. All right. And then I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper to it. All right, that's all we need there. So now we're going to move over to the stove with our scallops. Okay. Now to our pan here, which I've kind of preheated, gonna add 2 tablespoons of butter. So that's one there. And we'll get a second. Okay. So I got our fire up to medium. And then we're gonna put in some olive oil. Only a tablespoon of olive oil. Okay. As you can see, that's starting to simmer because I had my pan hot. Scallops cook really quickly, so you don't have to spend a lot of time on it. But now that that's gotten hot, we're going to add our scallops right to the pan. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. So we got our scallops going in our pan.
Come over here, sir.
And we got our heat on medium high. And we'll let those cook up on one side. Now while that's cooking, let's check on our grits over here. Ooh. So we got our grits. You can always add a little more liquid to it, depending on the creaminess or consistency you want. Add a little more of our chicken broth to it. And then of course, those of you who like cheese grits, we got our cheddar on the side. That's an individual thing. So our grits are nice and creamy and ready. We'll top those up. Make sure your heat is on low. Let's go back over here to our scallops. And now that those have a nice simmer on it, we're going to put in some minced garlic. Okay. So scallops only really need to cook, 2 minutes each side, 2 to 3 minutes. And flip them over. As you can see, they're starting to get that nice caramelization on each side. flip each of these over. Again, you can see it has nice kind of char on that side of the scallop that we just flipped. So we'll let these cook a little while longer. And basically, you got a nice little breakfast there. Would you like some cheese in your grits? You put in yourself, yeah. Alright, those scallops are cooking up good there. You see great size on these. They come in a little 1 pound bag. Usually has about 12 to 15 scallops in it. If you have base scallops, you can basically do it the same way. So again, you know I'm from the South, so love grits. But you can do any combination of seafood with grits. You can do catfish, you can do shrimp. Like I say, probably haven't seen this before. We're doing the scallops this morning. But really something hearty that will carry you till you get to lunch. And I know probably today is the first day everybody will start eating those ribs and chicken off the grill. So this will be a nice, but you know, no picnic starts on time. So this is a nice little breakfast to get you until the food is ready off the grill today. All right, we'll check the back side of those scallops. They should be ready here. All right. Checking each side. And just like shrimp, scallops can get tough. So it's that balance of not overcooking them as well. And then if you wanted to make this more of a savory dish, you could add a little heavy cream to the skillet and put that over. But today I'm not really making like a shrimp and grits sauce. I'm just going to have these scallops on the side. So since we are eating them that way, but if I was going to make a sauce, I would just add some heavy cream. I would wait to add the garlic and then put some heavy cream in it. Because you know garlic starts to fry and has a more of a burnt taste the longer they sit in the skillet. So alright, so we're going to transfer these right over to our paper towel here. Making sure those are ready. All right. Okay, yes. Okay, so we got our scallops out of the mixture there. We got our grits on the side here. And now it's just all about plating them up. So we got that ready. Okay. So I'll take my grits. I'm going to add a little cheddar to mine. Couple scallops on the side. And there you have it, everybody. We got our cheesy grits and our sea scallops on the side. See how that cheese is just melting in there? And then we'll add a little more butter to my grits. And then we got our scallops here that are gonna cut just really soft and melty. Give me a little grits there. And there you have it, everybody. Your garlic and butter sea scallops with your creamy grits. Works for me. So everybody, if you're just joining, go ahead and check out the video again so that you have all of the ingredients and steps. But happy eating, everybody. I hope you enjoy.
Hey, if you like what you saw, press some likes. Good morning. And leave a comment down below.
Yes, thank you. Leave a comment, give us some likes, and share. All right, see you, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Labor Day.